Before you place a single trade this week, watch this. This key level could decide the entire market direction. You can watch from our previous analysis. You can see that all our analysis are playing out as planned. Then this week, we are to start our analysis from the DSY, which is the dollar index. The dollar index on the daily chart, you can see our last previous analysis, we said price has break above this trend line. So long price break above this trend line, we expect price to continue to push higher for the dollar index. So let's start our analysis by looking at the structure of the dollar index, the major structure. You can see we have this lower low, then we have this lower low again. You can see that price break out of this high, which after the break, you can see that price has been on a consolidation for long time now after the break of price above this major level on the daily chart. Then the break of this price signal is shift in trend for the dollar index to a uptrend direction. But we also need price to also break above this. We need price to break above this high to fully confirm the uptrend structure, the uptrend structure, movement confirmation for the dollar index. So now what we need this week, we need price, because we need price to break this inner structure, because currently we have higher high, a lower high, and a lower high inner structure for the dollar index. So we need price to break out of this inner structure, this lower high inner structure level. Then you see a test. Then we'll first start looking for possible buying opportunity for price to this next level or up to price above this next resistance level on the daily chart. So let's look at the weekly chart to confirm this particular move. So on the weekly chart, you can see clearly that price is currently still on a resistance and also on a support level. You can see price still remain on this support level. These are all support zone. Then also on that same support zone, we also have this resistance level, which is this level on that same level. Currently now, you can see with the current candlestick anatomy, you can see that price has converted this particular small support, this resistance level into a support level. Price has converted this resistance into a support level, which indicates we might be seeing price retest a bit. Then we see further buy for the dollar index to the top. Once we see a break of price above this resistance level this coming week, this might trigger a retest again before we see further buy for the dollar index. So the dollar index for the week this week still remain bullish. So what's the structure of the dollar index on the weekly chart? Currently we have an inner structure for the dollar index on the weekly chart, but we need price to break this major level before we can see a major structure break on the weekly chart for the dollar index. Once we see a break of this high, then this shows that price has break a major structure level. This might trigger a bullish run for 2026 if price can break this major structure level on the dollar index, because our current move now, we expect the dollar index to move to this next resistance level. So a break of this resistance level might trigger price to break the major structure level on the dollar index. So let's go back to our daily chart. So look out for your buying opportunity. If price break above this our lower high level, wait for a retest, then we'll first start looking for possible buying opportunity for dollar index to this next resistance level. So let's look at our next pair, which is the EURUSD. EURUSD on the daily chart also have a sideways trend. Price has been on a consolidation on the EURUSD for a long period of time now. You can see we have the major structure. We have this previous higher high, then price create this higher low, then price went a break above this higher low. Then after since then, price has been on a range for EURUSD. You can see that price has been on a range. We have this inner structure levels, inner structure movement, inner structure movement. Price has been on this inner structure movement. So EURUSD has been on a range for a long period of time now. So we don't have a clear direction yet on the EURUSD. So let's talk about the current market condition with the inner structure. So the current market condition, you can see that we have this lower low, higher low, and higher low, and higher low. Then I connected this my three swing levels trend line. You can see that price has closed below it which indicate price reversal for the Euro USD to this next support level. If you watch my previous weekly analysis, I explained this particular retracement from this top to this next level. So now price has break below this trend line, and we also have a double top at this area. This indicates reversal. Once you see a double top and also a trend line break, this indicates possible reversal of price to the downside. Now, what we expect for Euro USD, we need price to break below this level. Then we wait for a test. Then we start looking for selling opportunity. We need the price to convert this particular support into resistance. This support into resistance. Once price can convert this support into resistance, we will look for our selling opportunity from these levels to the downside for the Euro USD. So let's look at the weekly chart of the Euro USD. So on the weekly chart of the Euro USD, you can also clearly see that price is also on a range on the Euro USD on the weekly chart. So we have a choppy trend, which is not okay yet for us to make any strong decision for the Euro USD. So currently price closed on a long-term weekly resistance level on the Euro USD, which is this resistance level. The long price close on this resistance level. We expect Euro to continue to push lower. So what we expect this week on the weekly chart is already telling us that Euro will continue to sell for the week because price still remain on the resistance level. So we expect price to retest a bit, then see further sell for price to move to this next weekly support level for the Euro USD. So we expect price to come to this weekly support level this coming week for the Euro USD. So we expect more of a downtrend for Euro USD this coming week. So let's go back to our daily chart. So all we need from the daily chart now, we need price to break as expected from this particular support level, converting the support level to resistance before we can start looking for possible buying opportunity, a possible selling opportunity for Euro USD to the downside. So let's look at our next pair. But before we look at our next pair, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more trading tips and forex analysis. So let's continue to analysis. So let's look at the Great British Pound USD. Great British Pound USD on the daily charts also have this. Let's look at the major structure first. It has a major structure break, which is we have this higher low, then price creates higher high, then price creates another level of a break of structure from this level, which now creates a lower low. Then price went back and create this lower high. Then price later break below this lower low structure level. Then ever since then, price has been on a consolidation. I see that ever since then, price has been on a consolidation by creating a series of inner structure, which is a series of higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. But here becomes a higher high, here becomes a higher low. So what we expect this week for us to make any possible decision on the pounds USD, now we still have a inner structure for uptrend. For us to look for any possible buying opportunity for pounds USD, we need price to convert this resistance. We have a resistance at this level. So we need price to convert this resistance to support. Then we start looking for possible buying opportunity from this level to the top. Then we need price to convert this particular support level. We need price to convert this, which is this higher low, to once price can convert this higher low, once price can break below this higher low, we start looking for selling opportunity for pounds to the downside. So currently we don't have a clear direction on the daily chart. Because why I say that we don't have a clear direction, we have the uptrend structure and price close on a resistance, which is not advisable to make any buying decision on the pounds USD. So let's look at the weekly chart to get other confirmation for our direction. So on the weekly chart, you can see that price close on the resistance level. Price close on this major resistance level. So price close on this major resistance level on the weekly chart on the pounds USD. So let's look at the structure of the pounds USD on the weekly chart. You can see that we have a higher high, then we have a higher low, then we have a lower high, then a price break this higher low level, which indicates there's a shift for trend for price to move downtrend for the pounds USD. So we expect price to continue to push lower for pounds USD to move to this next support level. We have a strong support level at this area, so we need price to test to move to this support level this coming week. A break of this support level might trigger further sell, but the price fail might reverse price back to the top. So the pounds USD still remain on a downtrend on the weekly chart because we have higher high and a series of a lower high. So we expect pounds to push lower this coming week. So let's go back to our daily chart. So before we can look out for any selling opportunity on the pounds USD, that means we need price to close below this our higher low, which is we need price to come below this higher low, then wait to retest, then we'll start looking for selling opportunity for the pounds USD to the downside. So let's look at our next pair, which is Australia USD. Australia USD on the daily chart still have a uptrend structure, but currently we have price on a resistance level, which is not encouraged to continue to buy on Australia USD. So we can see that we have price on this resistance level. Then we also have our support at this area on Australia USD. So we have price on this. This is our support level on the weekly chart. Here becomes our resistance level. So now we see I have this uptrend structure, which indicates we see there is more chance for buying opportunity on the Australia USD on the daily chart. You can see that the structure is remain uptrend. So let's confirm from the weekly if Australia will continue to buy this coming week. So from the weekly chart, you can see that Australia USD closed on a support level. You see that price closed on this support level, and we also have a long-term support level at this area also. Also have this long-term support area also. You can see that this candlestick, this bearish candlestick repeated from this level and closed on this support level. Then we also have this area also. We also have resistance on that same level also, which is these levels are all resistance level. So we expect price to continue to push higher on Australia USD because we have price rejected from this support level. But before we can see any possible buy on Australia USD, we need a clear of price with these support areas. Then we'll start looking for buy from this area because we cannot buy from this resistance. Price will come below. Then we'll start looking for buy for the Australia to the top. So we cannot buy below from Australia USD. So let's go back to our weekly chart on Australia USD. So on the daily chart, so we have to look out for possible buying opportunity from these support areas, which is okay for us to buy these support areas. So we cannot buy from this resistance area. So we have to price to come to this support level, which is this price to come to this support level before start looking for buying opportunity for Australia USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the USDJPY. So USDJPY on the daily chart still remain uptrend. You can see that we have strong uptrend structure for the USDJPY. You can see we still have a series of higher low for USDJPY. Then if you watch my previous weekly analysis, I said we have been on this USDJPY since last year because of this price setup and also the uptrend structure on the USDJPY. So we expect the USDJPY to continue to push higher this coming week. So we expect price to continue to push to this next resistance level for the USDJPY. So long we have the uptrend structure and price rejected from this our support level, so price has converted this resistance, which is this resistance, price has converted it to support level. This indicates price to continue to push higher to the next weekly, to this next resistance level for the USDJPY. So let's confirm the USDJPY uptrend from the weekly chart. So on my weekly chart, you can also see that price also closed on a support level. You can also see that we have our price on the support level on the weekly chart. So long we have price on this support level, we expect the USDJPY to move to this next weekly resistance level. So we expect price to move to this next weekly resistance level for the USDJPY, pricing to move to this next weekly resistance level. So a break of that resistance level might also trigger more buying up for the USDJPY. So let's look at the structure of the USDJPY on the weekly chart. You can clearly see that the structure of the USDJPY on the weekly chart still remain uptrend because we have a series of higher low. So this indicates we have more momentum for buying opportunity on the USDJPY. So let's go back to our daily chart. So on the daily chart now, we have to look at a possible buying opportunity on the USDJPY this coming week. So let's look at our next pair. Before we look at our next pair, we created a price action trading course, which is good for both advanced trader and newbie. If you have been struggling with your trading career, you have been struggling with your trading and find it difficult to make profit, this trading course is for you. The link in the description below. So let's continue with our analysis. Our next pair will be gold USD. Gold USD on the daily chart still have a series of higher low, which indicates more uptrend for the gold USD. But price is currently rejecting from this resistance level on the gold USD. Price rejected from this resistance level on the gold USD, which is that level is not safe until you see a break of price above that level for start looking for possible buying opportunity for the gold USD. Then for the sell opportunity, we need price to break below this particular support level. We need price to break below this particular support level before we can start looking for any possible sell opportunity for gold USD. So currently we don't have clear direction to see price above this level for start looking for buying opportunity for the gold USD. So let's look at the weekly chart of the gold USD. So on the weekly chart, you can see that price closed on a support level, which is price closed on this support level, which indicates more bullish for the gold USD. So we have to wait for price run setup on the daily for us to buy the gold USD. Then let's look at the structure of the weekly chart of the gold USD. You can see that we see have a series of higher low on the gold USD on the weekly chart. So expect more of a buying on the gold USD because of the structure still remain bullish in uptrend and price close on the weekly support level. So we expect more of buy on gold USD this week. So let's go back to our daily chart to look at for more of a buying opportunity on the gold USD this coming week. If you find this analysis helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more trading tips and forex analysis. You can watch my previous weekly forex analysis at the top where I break down what you expect on the Euro USD and the DSY. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.